Her kitchen is where the magic is made.
Hi there, welcome to my channel or welcome back. I'm Holly, your friendly neighborhood carnivore, and I am so happy you could join me in my kitchen today. If you know me, you know that I am a huge fan of hot beverages. I drink them year round. It doesn't matter what the weather's doing outside. I like to be drinking something hot. And with the weather cooling off, we are getting into the cold Christmassy season, and I am drinking more hot beverages than ever, and I am loving every single minute of it. So I thought I would share with you guys today one of my hot beverages that I like to have, and that is hot chocolate. Now this hot chocolate, it is dairy-free, sugar-free, it can be high protein, it can be high fat. You can work with it and play around with it. I'll have a recipe in the description, and I will have two different options in there. You can do the higher protein version, or you can do the high fat version, or you can blend the two together. It's very versatile. You can have, get your protein and get some good fat in there with it at the same time, whatever you choose to do. So let me show you, this should be a very quick, easy recipe. So let me show you really quick how we're gonna make this, and then let's have a taste test together. I'm starting out with my homemade ghee. If you need assistance knowing how to make this, you can reference one of my previous videos. I will link that here. If you can tolerate a little bit of dairy, you could use brown butter or butter in place of the ghee. You're probably wondering why I have an egg submerged in water here. I'm supposed to have a room temperature egg, but mine was still cold, fresh out of the refrigerator. And the quick remedy for this issue is to take that cold egg, submerge it in hot tap water, not boiling, but very hot tap water. And in about 5 to 10 minutes, your egg will be room temperature and ready to go. Now it's time for cocoa powder. You can use the fancy stuff, you can use the cheap stuff, you can use the really cheap stuff. Whatever you have on hand will work fine. And then in addition to the cocoa powder, I also have some beef gelatin powder and some collagen peptides in this bowl. I'm going to dump this in with the rest of my ingredients, and then it'll be time to add some electrolytes. For my electrolytes, I've got Redmond real salt for my sodium, and I have got no salt, which is a sodium-free salt alternative. That is actually going to be our potassium. So we're gonna shake a little bit in there, and that saltiness also helps bring out some sweet in this hot chocolate. And then it's time for our sweetener. I'll be using an allulose monk fruit blend. That's my preferred sweetener is allulose. You can use any sweetener that you like. You could use erythritol like Swerve, you could use stevia drops, or you could choose to not use anything sweet at all. It does not have to be a sweet hot chocolate. And then we're gonna put in a little bit of vanilla extract. It really helps balance that flavor with the chocolate. And finally, we need to measure out 8 ounces of boiling water. Yes, boiling. It must be boiling water. And finally, we're going to be getting to the blending process. You can either use an immersion blender, or you could even use a little frother. I'll be using my immersion blender today because I've got it out and ready and it has just a little bit more power, but really you could use either one and it would work just fine. You're gonna start out by pouring just a little bit of that boiling water on top of your mixture in the jar, and then go ahead and blend it up. And then while it's blending, you want to go ahead and add the remaining boiling water. Keep it blending until it is all thoroughly blended and smooth and you don't have anything in here that you're still seeing on the sides, like any powder or anything like that. Give it a little taste, see if that's where you want it, if it needs to be a little bit sweeter or anything like that. Mine could use a touch more sweet. I mean, I barely put a little drop of stevia in there and that finished me off. Blend it one more time if you added anything extra, and then you are ready to serve. Did I not tell you that was gonna be super quick and super easy? I, of course, topped mine with some cinnamon because I love it with some cinnamon on top. Let's go ahead and taste it, and then I will tell you some things that you could do differently to change yours up. Oh, it smells so good and chocolatey. Oh my goodness. It is so delicious. It's creamy. It's chocolatey. It's sweet just a little bit. It's just ever so slightly sweet, but it's not super sweet like the packets of sugary hot chocolate you get at the store. It has some sweet to it, but it's not just like sugar blast to the face. Obviously, you can adjust the sweetness to your tasting. I don't prefer mine to be super duper sweet. However, I will say with this recipe, while we're talking about having it sweet or not sweetened, I also very much enjoy this as a savory hot chocolate. You don't have to add sweetener at all. I like it with my salty electrolytes in it. I've got the potassium and the Redmond's real salt in it, and I enjoy it that way too without having anything sweet in it. Now, if I make it as a savory hot chocolate, oftentimes I will add like a 1/4 teaspoon of instant decaf to give it just a slightly richer flavor. It really helps bring out that chocolate flavor. I could have added it to this today, but I didn't. But it is really good added in there. Another way I like the savory is to add a little bit of peppermint extract. This time of year, I love a good peppermint hot chocolate, so some peppermint extract in there is good. Both of those are good, whether it is sweetened or savory. So if you're one that stays away from the sweet flavors, but you're wanting something a little bit different and a little bit festive for the holiday season, I recommend you try this out and see how you like it as a savory drink. Now, the version that I showed you is the version that is the higher protein. If you wanted to do a high fat version and you don't care so much about the protein, instead of doing a whole egg in here, you can go with 2 egg yolks. 2 egg yolks and a tablespoon of ghee. It comes out tasting the same. It's so good. It's delicious, and it just depends on if you're working on having higher fat or higher protein right now. Now, if you're doing strictly high fat and you're trying to minimize the amount of protein you have, you can do it without adding the beef gelatin and the collagen peptides. Then you're just strictly working with mostly fat. There's only, I think, 3 grams of protein per egg yolk, so it would still be pretty low protein and high fat if you went that route. And like I said, I will have both versions of the recipe in the description so you can see what you're getting into. You can decide if you want to have the protein and the high fat, if you want to kind of remove some more of the protein and just do the high fat, or if you would just like to have a good old high protein hot chocolate here like I've got today. And this does still have some fat in it, so I'm still hitting all those macros that I find important to me, getting lots of fat and plenty of protein. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe today. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like and don't forget to subscribe. It does help me out when you guys subscribe and you like, because it helps that algorithm out, and I'd really like to push out these videos to more viewers. I would like more people to be able to find this, especially the ones who are looking for a dairy-free version of lovely carnivore treats. Feel free to say hey to me in the comments. I love to talk to you guys. You can also find me over on X or on Instagram. I will chit chat with you guys over there, or if you just wanting to quietly peek around and see what I eat every day, I do post what I eat every day on a carnivore diet. So feel free to lurk around and see what I've been eating. I'm gonna go enjoy this mug of hot chocolate, and I will see you guys next time. Until then, cheers.
She's the friendly neighborhood carnivore with a talent for cooking up a meaty uproar. From juicy steaks to sizzling ribs galore, she'll have you coming back for more. Fellas, smash that like button. She's the carnivore cooking queen. On your screen, bringing the meaty scene. Come on over and join the team for a culinary dream.